Hi there, it's Arthur here. Welcome to the Lad Mix Farm channel. This time around, we want to take you through another episode where we talk about chili marketing. Most of the chili that we do around, if you're doing high volumes, is basically for the market out there. This is a high value crop, as I always tell you, and the demand is global. And being global, the volumes are much needed, especially in countries like Europe where the temperatures are cool, so that they can be able to eat this. You know, when you eat the chili, it warms you up, you sweat a lot, and therefore end up warming the body. That's why people tend to use it so much. Remember, it also has other health benefits that people, go for, especially as they try to eat this chili. Now, for the market, it is mainly the export market that, is interested in this chili. And therefore, it is good to ensure that you do your research very well. Talk to these market sources that are interested in chili buying. You'll be able to find quite a number of them. It is advisable that as you venture into chili farming, don't target one market source. For instance, if it is the export market that you're finding out and you are getting some buyers, ensure to get more than one exporting company. Remember, as they give you the orders, these orders keep on varying. Today they will tell you they want 400 kilograms. Next time they will tell you they want 200 kilograms. Next time they will tell you they want 800 kilograms. But at that point, when one company is requesting for 300 kilograms, maybe you have another surplus of 500 kilograms. And so, at least if you have more than one exporting company, they'll be able to buy this chili, and maybe you find yourself either harvesting all that you have and be able to give them, but also maybe remaining with a little that you're allowed to ripen, and maybe see how you can be able to maybe add value to it. You can harvest and maybe keep it, and get something else, maybe make it into powder that you can package and be able to also sell locally. So as you target your buyers, as you try to look out for the market, ensure that you have various or more than one buyer for your chili. Now, once you talk to these exporting companies or the companies that are buying your chili, they will most likely advise you on the type of chili that is highly demanded by them, depending on what the customer is ordering for. And so they'll be able to tell you the variety to go for. For instance, here, we were requested to grow the Demon F1, and that's what we are doing here at Lad Mix Farm. And we purposed to pick it green. And so we supply Demon F1 green. When we have red, there are also those companies that are interested. So we go about picking some of these red ones and be able to offer them to these buyers. So remember, they will tell you the variety they want. They will even be able to tell you the volume. The market will tell you we're interested in a farmer that can give us or is able to plant a minimum of 3 acres. So if you find that you have the capacity to grow the 3 acres, go ahead and grow the 3 acres and be able to supply. Remember, you're talking to the market, and these are the people that are going to buy your produce. There is nothing that makes a farmer happy knowing that as you begin to plant your crop, you already have the buyer to consume your product. Then they'll also be able to tell you the frequency of delivery. Some of these companies or some of these aggregators, you find they want you to provide them with this crop on a weekly basis. So that means if you have your garden, it's important to segment the garden or divide the garden into blocks. Depending on the volumes and how you've been able to look after the crop, you are able to estimate through experience how many, for instance, kilograms you're able to pick from a particular acre. So you're able to gauge company X and company Y, the kind of volumes they take, and which block you're going to harvest. And remember, once you have done your divisions properly, then you can be able to plan how you're going to go about harvesting your crop from one block to the other, so that you meet the demand on a weekly basis or on a bi-weekly basis, depending on what the exporter is telling you. Now, they are also going to be able to tell you that either they're interested in organic production, whereby you don't have to use any chemical and try to use only organic fungicides, pesticides, and ways of managing the diseases and pests on the farm. That means you're targeting a niche market. So the exporter will tell you the kind of product is interested in. Some will tell you, even if it's inorganic, just bring, depending on the purpose they would want to use their chili for. So it's important to find out that information. That is very key as you do your market research. Now, it is important to organize the way you're going to be able to transport your chili. For instance, for us, we are based in northern Uganda. It's around 400 kilometers from where we are up to where we are supposed to deliver this product. So now you realize that transport becomes very central if one is going to be able to deliver a healthy crop on time. You need to be able to know how you're going to deliver, first of all, the volume that is required and the frequency. For instance, for us, we had to go into partnership and have a memorandum of understanding with some of the bus companies that ply the Kampala-Gulu highway on a daily basis. And so when we are going to send our product, we reach out to them quite early, say in the morning, and tell them today you're going to take a range of between 10 to 15 bags of chili, and they can be able to reserve space where you're going to transport the chili. So if you have your own means of transport, that is the most recommended means, so that you can be able to remove it from the farm and take it directly on the vehicle straight to the pack house. That one can be very, very helpful. And so you'll end up limiting on the damage. And finally, as you go into this crop farming, particularly chili, it's important to time the market. If you can be able to do planting during off-season, then you'll be able to get a premium price for your product. Remember, this is very, very helpful, especially if you are going to have it at a time when all the people around you or the country is not producing this chili. For instance, in Uganda, we have the dry spell between December, January, February, and March. That one helps you. And so when you do that, you'll be able to produce your chili, but make sure that you do the watering during that time, because in Uganda, at that point, it is a dry season, you see? So if it's a dry season between December, January, February, and March, and that's when you're planting your crop, you are going to be able to produce when all the people around don't have the chili. And remember, that's when also in Europe, it is winter, beginning from December, January, February, March, and April. That is when the chili is also most needed the other side. So if you do that, you are able to get a premium price for your product. The demand will be very high, and yet the producers at that particular period of time will be very, very few. And therefore, you'll be able to be a darling to these exporters. They'll even offer to drive all the way to your farm to be able to pick this product, and therefore making it a very good venture for yourself. Thank you so much. If you feel this information is very helpful, please consider subscribing, and we welcome your comments. We are not the experts, but we're giving you the experiences as we've been able to do it, and therefore to encourage you to also, why not venture into chili farming? You'll certainly not regret it. Thank you very much.